Hey. Way. Here we go. There we are, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. We're in GR4s. So would you look at this, we're back for another GR4 season, GRT, back at it again. I'm going to stop with that now. But hello everybody and welcome to the first round of season 2 of the GR4 Championships with GRT. I am going to be your host, hopefully for this season. It is the one and only Mashed Potato, resident little potato boy. And hope you are all well today. I'm certainly looking forward to watching this action. I've got a load of competitive drivers that are going to be racing with us this season, and I look forward to watching it every step of the way. So we see all the guys in here, still waiting on a couple of people, I think, but not many. So watching some guys get a little bit more practice in before we start, and then I'll run you through all the races and their teams. Turns out we're only waiting on guards. Let's have a quick rundown then, shall we? So, first up, we have the Wonders from Down Under, stepping in for this season of GR4, both choosing to go for the Mercedes, and with possibly the best team name out of everybody. And I'm going to spare you the really shite Aussie accent, but it is team oh yeah nah get fucked. You heard that right, that is a literal translation of what this team is called. Mr. Travis, Die Bombs and Supreme, his teammate. And as for this season, we are split. The drivers are split up between a gold and silver league, reminiscent of GT racing in real life. So Mr. Travis here, it will be in the gold league, and his teammate Supreme is in the silver league. And this is the same throughout all the teams. One of the drivers in the team will be in gold, and one of the drivers will be in silver for each team. And that is how the points are going to be based. So we're going to have the overall driver championships for both leagues, and then also the constructors championships. So it's going to be a good time. So our next team coming in, we have when the Welsh and English combine. We have Team Cormite Racing, which is a name, I guess. It's most definitely a name that you can use. They are both using the McLaren, GR4 McLaren, good car, one of my favourites in GR4. Mr. Marmite in the silver league, and then we also have Cordell, who I think is in the lobby, but let's have a look. No Cordell yet. I don't know if I haven't seen any messages to say if he's going to be racing today, but that is Marmite's teammate today. Marmite going third there. His qualifying will be starting soon. Next team, Team Crazy. We have Mr. Kazimitsu in the lovely looking Lamborghini Huracan, and his teammate, Racer, also in a McLaren. Bit of a difference in colour between the two guys here, but I'm sure that'll be sorted out pretty quickly for the liveries for them too. Team Crazy there, and then we have undoubtedly the worst name out of all of them. It's Team Scout Racing. Scouts Racing, which is the worst name anybody can come up with ever. I'm just putting it out there. Mr. Mikey in Gold League and his teammate Sean GRT Emperor in the BMW. Hello Enra, hello Hippie. Nice to see you guys in the chat today. Speaking of Hippie, Team 5, I don't know if they've come up with a name yet, unsure, but we have Hippie. Oh, that's qualifying starts. There we go, straight into it. Hippie in the Alpha, his teammate is Pipe, but he is not racing with us this weekend. I believe Guard was meant to cover, but not sure where he's got up to today. But as we take a look at the outlaps, we'll go through the rest of the guys who are racing today. That's Team 5, so Hippie is in the Gold League, and Pipe, who isn't joining us today, is in the Silver League, and that's Team 5. Need to come up with a name for there, fellas. I'm not just going to call you Team 5 throughout this entire championship, you need to get a hang of that. Next team, no. Team Rocket Science Racing, great name. And we have another Aussie, Mr. Seal, in the Gold League for this particular team, and then we also have, where is he? There he is, Mr. Rocketman and the other Jag. Two great livery makers, and it shows because that is a superb looking livery on that Jag. Love the look of that one. And we have Rocketman in silver, and then we also have Seal in the Gold League, racing for them this season. And our final team, bringing up the final spot, it's Team 7, or it's Team 7, yep, in the form of Rob and JD. But I am going to name them Miller and Carter Racing because I just feel like it. Ah, Gad was meant to be covering Cordell. Ah, I see, fair enough. I thought somebody was covering for Pipe as well. Fair enough, but obviously not. Fair enough. So yeah, I'm going to be dubbing them as Miller and Carter Racing because it's JD, he's Miller, and then Rob C. I'm just gonna make up GRT law and say that Rob's last name is Carter. So Miller and Carter Racing, that's what the unofficial dub of the last team are. But saying that, some people have already come across the line to do their first qualifying lap. Marmite coming across the line first, then followed by Travis and Kazi diving up the inside there, managing to make it stick. It's not going to be good if these two are battling throughout this lap, which should be a good spectacle. Sean coming across the line fourth there, followed by Rocketman, Rob there, Supreme and Mikey coming across the line next. Racer coming across the line, then JD, then Hippie and Seal bringing up the rear. To be the last ones to cross the line on this outlap. So I'd like to hear your opinions of liveries today. There are some banging liveries, if I do say so myself. I think I would have to give it, my choice would have to be the Rocket Science Racing in that lovely looking Jag. It's a thing of beauty really. But a few teams need to step up their game, need to have a team livery, guys. But I digress. So I see a couple of people rounding their laps now. So there's going to be, as well today, there's a sprint race and a feature race. I'm not quite sure exactly how the laps, I'll check in a second. So yep, it's a sprint race which will happen first, followed by a feature race. Future race will be slightly longer. So yeah, you'll be treated to 2 races today. So we see the first people coming across the lines now. It's Marmite, closely followed by Travis. I think Travis has had a good lap. Marmite coming across the line with a 2:04, followed by Travis with a 2:03.5, and Kazi with also another 2:04.5. So you've Rob come across the line, goes straight into first. But wow, with a 2:01. No doubt Rob will still complain at me about using the Audi, but I digress. Rocketman coming across the line in 7th there. Racer coming across in 6th place there. Coming across the line as Hippie also comes across the line. Goes into 4th there. Seal moving up into 3rd with a 2:02. Everybody coming across the line there. Failing to keep track of, but JD with also a great lap time by him going into 2nd place. Also in another Audi. Very good stuff by Miller and Carter Racing. The unofficial dub of Rob and JD. Taking 1st and 2nd in them Audis. Good start by them. Be interesting to see if anybody continues round on these laps. Or will they all dive into the pits there? So, just the unofficial order so far. Rob in 1st, JD in 2nd, Miller and Carter Racing locking out the front 2 spots at the moment, followed closely by Seal for Rocket Science Racing, Hippie in 4th, Travis in 5th, Marmite in 6th, Kazi in 7th, Racer in 8th, Rocketman in 9th, Mikey in 10th, Supreme in 11th, and Sean unfortunately looking like he had an error on that first lap. So hopefully he gets to improve it on these laps to come. So he already goes much quicker through that sector there. Let's have a look to see the first people. Will they come across the line again? Looks like they're coming up for another run here. Marmite coming across the line first, 2:04. Both Marmite and Kazi improving. Marmite going up to 7th. Kazi moving up to 3rd. Great lap by him. Travis not managing to improve this time. Next person comes across the line. Rocketman moves himself up into 8th with the 2:04. Looks like Mikey's going to be the next person across the line. A 2:05 for Mikey. Sean just pips him though, going ahead of him by 7,000ths of a second there. So the next person across the line. Nobody else looking like they're improving yet. And the rest of the guys not managing to improve on their laps so far. A little bit of a shift there in a few of the laps. Miller and Carter Racing still looking at the front 2 spots. It's very close between JD, Kazi and Seal for them podium starting positions. With 0.027 seconds separating 2nd and 3rd, and 8,000ths of a second separating 3rd and 4th. Close battle between these guys right here. Let's see what these guys can do now coming up for this another lap here. So Rob on top, taking it home there, and JD in 2nd place, the top of the silvers, and managing to out-qualify everybody at the moment in 2nd place as Gard joins, late as ever. Looks like he'll be starting from the back. He's covering for Cordell today, that's what I've been told. So it'll be nice to see what he manages to do from there. So see Kazi coming across the line now. Will he improve? Kazi coming across the line. He does improve, 2:02.4, moving ahead into 2nd place. Travis also improving on his lap, also going for a 2:02.9, which moves him up into 5th. Marmite unfortunately does not manage to improve here. Who came across the line there? Rocketman not managing to improve. Can Mikey do anything now? He manages to go in a 2:04, moves him up into 8th place. Is anybody else coming across the line now? few others. Got Supreme. Rob comes across the line now. JD with a better lap, moving him back up into third. And as the last people come across the line there, no other improvements from the rest of the field there. Good stuff by these guys, getting very close to the top. Kazi and JD closing big style on Rob here, who I think puts himself at the back of the grid, because I don't think he's going to be able to get another lap in. So that is the end of qualifying for Mr. Rob C. So will any of these guys, it looks to be the final lap of this qualifying, so will any of these guys improve? Kazi will be the first to cross the line, followed by Travis. So let's see what these guys can do. Let's stick with Kazi in a moment. Can he move any closer to Rob, or will he get outmatched by some of the other drivers here? Looks like there's a big group down there at the hairpin of this track. As Kazi rounds the final corner, will he be able to improve on his time? He doesn't manage to improve on his time. It's unfortunate for Kazi there. He'll still preliminary second place. Marmite waving about all over the place. Looks like he and Travis messed up on that final lap there. Let's have a look. It's Rocket Man coming across the line now. He doesn't manage to improve either. The next person coming across the line there. See him get to come across the line. Racer coming across the line. Will he manage to improve? No, just missing out on improving his lap there. Supreme will be coming across the line now. Does he manage to improve? He does. Stays in 12th place though, it's unfortunate. Hippie going to cross the line now, not managing to improve. Sean, will he manage to improve either? No, he stays in 11th. As the last few guys come across the line now. We have Mikey still on a lap. Oh, looks like he's bailed out too. Unfortunately, not a lot of changes in these final laps here. No changes, in fact, as a lot of people opt to stay out on the track here. Rob coming across the line, 34 seconds down. Great lap from him. So yeah, that'll be the grid for the starting race. I think we might be restarting this to let Gad in. But for the first sprint race of this championship in Nürburgring GP, we have Mr. Rob C in first place, followed by Kazi in that lovely looking Hurricane there, and Rob's teammate JD doing a great job managing to sneak into third place with a top silver driver in this qualifying. So that is a great result for JD, really doing him proud there, and that is a great starting position for both Rob and JD. They will need it though, because they will be absolutely rinsed off the line by the rest of the field in them TTs. We also have Seal bringing it home in 4th with Rocket Science Racing, Travis in 5th, Hippie in 6th, Marmite in 7th, Mikey in 8th, Rocket Man in 9th, Racer in 10th, and Emperor and also Supreme in the 11th and 12th positions. Pretty sure we're going to get a restart here, so this will be the actual start, yes, to get it Gad in. That'll be my guess anyway. Who knows? I might be completely wrong. If so, ignore me. Let's see. Have a practice start. Yeah, so see drivers disappearing off the face of the earth. Who's going to be the last one though? Who's going to make himself look like a mug? Who's going to be the last one? There goes Mikey. Who's going to make himself look like a mug? Oh, it's between Seal and Marmite. Marmite's the mug. Last off the track. Disqualification for Marmite. Minus 20 million points for Marmite. That's not going to be a good start to his championship. Yeah, I kind of just had to do that, Hippie, if I'm honest. I'll keep profanity to a minimum now, but I thought that was definitely worth it. Nice to see a lot of you in chat today, enjoying this first round. Oh, so we see a pit glitch from Travis there when he managed to get out on the grid. Yep, he does. Just managed to get out there. Oh, the game just reminding you it is Gran Turismo and not a game that definitely isn't broken. So your drivers take to the track now. Hopefully all of them manage to get into Sector 1, or through Sector 1 I should say, to avoid a stuck check. I will say though that that green Mercedes there is quite nice. And they actually have a team livery which I like as well, which is a lot better than most of the other guys that are here. Need to get these liveries in, people. Ah, that's no problem, Mikey. I enjoy doing this, so I thought it would make for a good stream. I'm gonna have much more fun than all you guys watching this. No doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that I will have more fun than you guys by just watching this instead of racing. Bet. Hope the volume and stuff is okay for you all. Hoping to hear the roaring engines of these machines thundering around the German landscape. Travis living up to his name there, getting himself half-second penalty. We all saw you, Travis. Dirty cheater. To see these guys with a short battle, will there be a dive bomb? Of course there will, it's Travis, what do you expect? Kazi with a lovely undercut there though. Oh, Travis just completely knocking Kazi out of the way there. Retributions as shown. Oh! This is turning into a stuck check race. Where's ISRL when you need them? No doubt Kazi will be skipping every single corner to catch up with dive bombs now. And I will point out that damage is on. I believe the fuel and tyres are turned off for the sprint race but will be turned back on for the feature, but light damage is on. So you will want to avoid that at all costs. But as we get into the final now, yep, you too, Gad. Have fun out there, man. Need to say what car you're using actually. I think you're the only one that I haven't seen yet. I'll get the cameras on you, don't worry. No pressure or anything. Ooh, Gad bringing up the McLaren. Nice choice. Right, here we go. Sprint race, round 1. Let's watch for everybody sailing past both the T's at the start. Here we go. Red lights. And here we go. Kazi off to a good start in that Hurricane. Instantly taking first place away there. Seal moving past. Seal moving past Travis Hippie. As we come into turn 1, is there any contact? Looks like one of the Jags went off slightly in the background there. Travis moving up into first place on the inside there. Kazi and Travis battling there. Kazi up the inside. Will he manage to make it stay? Hippie in that little Alpha trying to squeeze through right now. Travis going very sideways in the entrance to there. Travis just managing to hold on. Kazi and Travis going wide. Contact there yet again. guys want to try and avoid that, to try and avoid damage as much as possible. That little Alpha really struggling in that acceleration zone there compared to that behemoth of the Audi in a straight line there. Apart from that, good start all around there. You have Hippie into 4th place, Seal and Marmite wanting to capitalise on the woeful straight line speed of that Alpha there. So it looks like Travis wants to defend his line there. Rob moving up the inside of Kazi, is now on the outside into this next corner. See if he can try and stick it. Wisely decides to back out. Good stuff for these guys right here. Good racing by all these. Let's check a bit down further down the field. You've got Seal managing to move ahead of Hippie now on the straight. Marmite might want to capitalise on the poor straight line speed again. Hippie unfortunately picking up a half-second penalty there. That will slow him down quite a bit. Rocketman in 7th. JD falling back from that great start position in 3rd. Moving back to 8th. There's Kazi. Big off by him. Oh, major contact between him and Travis there. That has put them right out the runnings there. Mikey coming to the blows there as well. Not sure what happened to him. Massive carnage between them guys. Completely ruining their race so far. Hopefully they can get back on the track. Travis way down there in last place. Really messing up both him and Kazi's races. Rob manages to avoid the carnage and slips by into 1st place. Seal there in 2nd as well. Hippie losing out big time there and moving down to 7th after that carnage. Definitely have to save a replay of that and have to look back at that after this race. So let's have a look. Rocketman into 3rd place, doing well, securing his place. Marmite into 4th now. JD managing to move up to 5th after that incident. Hopefully he's going to look down the inside of Marmite. Will he have the brakes? Marmite trying to go around the outside. Good clean racing by these guys. Marmite still has the inside line. Manages to keep it together. JD's going to have to cut back. So look to see if he has a move to the inside. Moves to the inside, late on the brakes. Good move by JD, managing to make it stick. And he has a run out that corner. Great move by JD there. Using all of the power to his advantage in that Audi. Great recovery by him. Let's have a look back further afield. Gad with probably the best start out of everybody, moving up into 6th place from last on the grid. Let's see if he can move up any more positions in this race. Hippie, unfortunately, I think he might have got tangled up in a bit of that incident going into that chicane there. The dreaded chicane at Nürburgring GP. Is Hippie has a great run out that corner, is right on the back of Gad right now. Decides to back out of it. Kazi on a good recovery drive here, moving back into 8th place. Let's see what he can do after this. Oh, as he has a bit of an off going out of the chicane there, managing to just keep it together. That's not going to benefit him at all. Sean managing to move a couple of positions into 9th place because of the incident. Supreme and Racer battling in 10th and 11th here for the last few point spots. Mikey unfortunately coming together in there. With the coming together as well as Travis, they are way down the field in 12th and 13th. Unfortunate for them, but that does mean they will be in a good start position for the feature race. That will not be the start that Travis expected. Not be the start that Travis wanted. But hopefully he can make that back up. Rob, comfortable lead now. As we're in the 3rd lap of this race, over a 2-second lead to Seal right now. Who's managed to move up a bit of a gap on JD's. JD's actually managed to move into 3rd now. Maybe a bit of a mistake from Rocketman as he moves down into the clutches of Marmite. Rocketman did have a bit of a lead on Marmite, so I wonder if he's went off a little, had a little mistake there, because Marmite is now right on the back of him. Gad, just under 1.5 seconds behind these two. Hopefully he can move up and create a bit more of a battle as JD tries to hunt down Seal now. Looking for that 1-2 in the first sprint race of this championship. See there, Kazi moving up in the background there in that Lamborghini. clinging onto the back of these two, will have the slightly better straight line speed and grip, but will not be, as Kazi actually moves down the inside there, catches Hippie off guard, moves to the inside, manages to get past. Good move by Kazi there. Unfortunately didn't able to see that one. Will definitely have the legs on that Alpha coming into the chicane. Hopping straight over that chicane there. Wonder if that's going to result in a penalty there, but no, looks like Kazi's got away from it in the meantime. Will he have a good run on guard here, coming up to the first hairpin? Looks like he has a bit of a run, he's in the slipstream, moves to the inside. Guard can't go defensive in this scenario. Who's going to be the braver on the brakes? Kazi's a bit later on the brakes, cleanly up the inside. Guard maybe coming back at him. No, doesn't quite manage to get there. Oh, because he goes a bit wide and leaves the door open for Guard coming into the middle complex of the course. Kazi going a bit wide there. Guard's still on the inside. Kazi's going to have the inside to the next corner. Oh, Kazi going very wide there. Guard on the outside, going into the corner. Will Kazi have break himself yet again? Still going very defensive. Losing a lot of time to the guys in front. It's looking unlikely that they will be able to catch the other guys in front now after this little battle. Let's have a check up front as Rocket Man and Marmite still battling away there. Kazi actually managed to move past Guard there. Wonder if there was a little coming together there, as Kazi's now over half a second ahead of Guard. Kazi really putting that Lambo into good use now. Really, afterburners are officially on to try and catch up to these guys in front. And if they keep battling, they may just fall in those clutches. Marmite still looking for that opening. Oh, as Rocket Man goes really wide. Marmite goes to the inside, gets a bit tail happy. Goes to the inside. Marmite's later on the brakes into the hairpin. Will he have a good exit? Does Marmite go defensive? Looks like Rocket Man may have a run. Rocket Man goes to the inside. Will he have the legs on that McLaren? Two British manufacturers here. Who's going to be braver on the brakes? Rocketman very inside. Will Marmite get the cut back here? No, good defensive job by Rocketman there, holding off, getting that position back from that mistake. All the while, Kazi is gaining on them. He's under a second to these two now, which may result in a last lap battle between these guys. Oh, as unfortunately Marmite picks up a half a second penalty. Might have just taken a bit too much off of them corners there, and that leads Kazi right to the back of them now, under half a second, making up a load of time there. Kazi has a good run on Marmite here. Marmite going defensive. He's burning that penalty here. That allows Kazi through to challenge Rocket Man. That might be a good move by Marmite, letting Kazi fight Rocket Man. Maybe it's an instant, maybe he can snatch it a couple more positions there. So you look a bit further down the field. Hippie's still trying to play away Guard. After burning that half a second penalty, let's see if he can mount any challenge in this final lap. Again, the Alpha just really not looking anywhere near that McLaren on the straight, even in slipstream. Let's have a look at the back here. Mighty trying to make his way through the field, managing to overtake Racer and getting in the 10th place. It's going to be a good battle to see if he can manage to overtake Supreme on this final lap here. So have a look into the final chicane. Kazi tries to go around the outside. Rocket Man with the better line there, in his right to do that. As Rob comes across the line, let's keep our eyes with this little battle at the end. Will Kazi manage to make up any more positions here? Goes very wide in the exit of that hairpin, but unfortunately does not manage to get that position there. Good recovery drive by Kazi there though, nonetheless. Marmite in 6th. Guard managing to hold off Hippie there and coming across in 7th place. Let's have a look. Will Mikey be able to get across the line? No, Supreme just managing to hold out a mighty there, incredibly close between them two there. Racing in 11th, Sean in 12th, and Travis will be the last person to come across the line there. But your winners for the first sprint race, Rob with a convincing lead over Seal, almost 7 seconds ahead of Seal there. And his teammate in JD with an excellent drive from him as well, taking up 3rd place going in to the next feature race. Great job by them guys there. Great stuff from this first sprint race. A lot of action there, a lot of incidents. Save the replays there. Save that replay. Have a look at that afterwards, after the feature race, and have a look at what went on there. Looks like there was a bit of coming together between... Obviously we saw Travis go... Unfortunately, he might have gotten on the grass there and came straight across that chicane, unfortunately taking out Kazi as well, but it's a great recovery drive from him, managing to take 5th place after all of this. Great recovery drive by him. But JD, again, managing to... Started in 3rd, moved down to 8th because of the start of that TT, but then managing to move back into 3rd. A great drive by him. Seal managing to make up a couple of positions there to secure his 2nd place. A great job by him. Rocket Man in that fabulous looking Jag. It's a great start to this league for both Rocket Science Racing and Miller and Carter Racing, as both their teams claim 1st and 3rd and then 2nd and 4th respectively for their teams. So it's a great locking out them first 4 positions for both of them teams there. Great start for them. Kazi coming home in 5th place for Team Crazy. Good recovery drive by him, securing some points in this sprint race. Marmite getting his first points on the board in 6th place. Good drive by Gad as well, coming from the very back of the grid to finish in 7th and managing to hold off his rival in that race, Hippie, in that little Alpha. Managing to do a good job there. Unfortunately dropped down a couple of positions, but in a race scenario that Alpha is really lacking on a straight line as we go into see the feature race settings there. 14 laps, rolling start, and it is reverse grid, so all these guys, so both Rocket Science Racing, Miller and Carter all of them will be at the back of the grid for this next race, so that will make it very interesting to see how they move up the field. Supreme in 9th, improving massively, because I believe he started in 12th there. Mikey, one of our losers, unfortunately out of this race, unfortunately got, I think, tangled up in that incident in the chicane along with Travis and Kazi there. It's very unfortunate for him. Racer managed to come across in 11th there in McLaren. Sean in 12th in the BMW, and unfortunately Travis there, because of that incident, unfortunately coming in dead last. Rob taking the fastest lap of the race, no surprise there, and also a clean race for him as well, as we saw in the victory screen. So yes, there we go. So yeah, let's have a look if anybody's out on the field yet. No, not quite. So I believe, if I'm thinking correctly, for the feature race you have to both use softs and mediums for the race, I believe. Have to check that. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure you do. I have to have a quick check. And the race info. I can't see anything. Yeah, so don't quote me on that. I believe you have to use both softs and mediums for this. I don't think there's any lap limit, but you do have to use at least one set of both, I believe, but don't quote me on that, because I'm looking through the Discord right now. Yeah, because the tyres wouldn't be allowed otherwise, so... yeah. But yeah, good stuff in this first race. So say JD might getting some extra practice in on them soft tyres. It's unfortunate for Mikey in that first race. I think he got caught up in an incident that wasn't really his fault there, so we'll have to see if he can make a recovery, because he will be more at the front of the field for this feature race, and that McGann is very good, especially tyre wear and fuel, so he may be a very big dark horse in this race. JD, this is where the Audi does suffer a bit in comparison. Obviously on them, on the softer rubber, it will burn very, very quickly with it being a front-wheel drive car. As I'm sure all of you who have ever raced against this thing will definitely know. Quick car, but it's front-wheel drive. So we'll have to see how well these tyres hold. As you can see, he's already done one lap, and you can also see a bit of wear on that front left tyre there. Well, actually both of them now. Both front tyres are showing a bit of wear already on them soft tyres. So more than likely he's going to have to do, both him and Rob are going to have to do a longer run on the medium tyres if they're going to want to do a one-stop. Which could definitely be possible. I'm sure you do, Rob. I'm sure you do. Dirty, dirty understeer. So see, both members of Oh Yeah Get Beep are out on the field now, Supreme and Travis. Travis will be starting on pole for this feature race, so hopefully he can make up some time and positions there, and hopefully secure the bag for this feature race and have a much better recovery. Yeah, of course, this is where they are. So in contradiction to the TT, the Alpha and McGann, this is where their time comes to shine, because fuel and tyre wear on both of them cars are superb. So the feature race is where they really do shine. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can actually, how long they can go for, which is all anybody wants to know, really. Bit of a lag spike there. Oops, is Rocket Man getting his drift on, going through the first corner on their medium tyres. Travis and Mikey going through that chicane there. Chicane. So it really is going to be a test of how long can these guys go for. Yeah, he mentioned in Discord before, Enra, that oh my god, what the hell happened there? But yes, unfortunately Hippie's teammate is a no-show today. He did mention in Discord before, I think it's Pipe, that he said he wouldn't be able to race today, but I don't think anybody was able to sub in from today, because that's what I originally thought. That's who Gad was covering for today. It was Pipe, but I was mistaken. It's actually Cordell he's covering for. So it's unfortunate that nobody was able to cover for Pipe today. Yeah, there you go. Pro Evo. So see an optimal strategy from Seal right now. Bring out the big brain players here, going onto the wet tyres. This is really the key to victory here, using them wet set of tyres to your advantage. Let's have a cheeky on board here with Seal. Listen to the power of that Jag. Bit of a wide line by Seal coming through there. Oh, unfortunate. Them wet tyres are really going to have a big play in this race. Be interesting to see who uses them the best today. So yep, as I said before, it's going to be 14 laps, so it's going to be a lot longer than the sprint race today. So based on the first race, which I believe was just over 10 minutes, so this is probably just under half an hour with pit stops, I imagine, if my maths correct, which it more likely isn't, but hey, I can dream. Personally, I do like this feature races much more, as it does factor in the fuel and tyre wear, personally from a racing standpoint. But it's always lovely to see just a full-on balls to the wall sprint race every now and a while. Usually ends up for the most exciting racing, is probably the best way to describe it. So you see that McGann is looking very nice on tyres at the moment. 3.5 laps done and not much wear's been showing at all on them softs. Looks like Mikey will be able to go a long distance into this race on that set of softs. Only a quarter fuel burned as well, which means he might actually be able, with a bit of fuel saving, he might actually be able to have no fuel, which I have a feeling a lot of these guys will probably want to try and make use of, because not putting in fuel is a big time saver at any track you go to. So I'm looking forward to see who uses that the most. JD, with a top time yet again, being very good in this race so far. Hey Joker, how you doing? Yeah, JD actually finished third in the sprint race that we've just done as well, so he's done a very good job today. He qualified third and finished third. It's a very good job from him today. We will be starting pretty much at the back of the grid along with Rob and Seal for this race, but that top performance from him will really go down well in the points for him. He's just getting a bit more used to the medium tyres there. See a bunch of the drivers here. Rob also on the mediums. As you can see again the wear on their medium tyres on that Audi. Because even though Rob's got the medium tyres, he's got more wear than what Mikey had on the softs. And it's only been two and a half laps. Whereas Mikey pretty much has almost the same wear overall, and he's done 4.5 laps. So, yep, there you go. There's the announcement in the chat from Sean. You do have to at least use one tyre compound of each. So you have to use one set of mediums and one set of softs in the race. And speaking of the race, let's go. Feature race going right up. And of course it is a rolling start. We see Travis warming up his tyres there, warming up his windshield. Nice to see from him. Let's see what he can do this race. And there's the Merc itself, wiggling them tyres about like he's doing a tango. We have Travis, then Sean, then Racer, then Mikey, then Supreme, then Hippie, Gad, Marmite, Kazzy, Rocketman, JD, Seal and Rob. Here we go. So most of them coming across the line. Travis really trying to get some heat into them tyres very much, but he's lost a lot of time to Sean there. Let's see if Sean can maybe make a move on Travis here into the first corner. No, not quite. So you see all these guys come through the first corner. Supreme getting a bit sideways there. Hippie, Supreme and Marmite all coming through that. So you see a battle commence between these. Supreme losing a bit of place there, maybe a mistake at the start from him. As Marmite goes through on Hippie. Hippie playing the long game here as he always does. A little bit of contact between them two, not too much. See Kazi going through on the outside. The superior power of that Lamborghini there really coming to its own, but Hippie actually managed to hold him off down the straight before he gets a bit hot in the braking zone. And crucially, Kazi on the medium tyres, whereas Hippie is on the softs, but I have a feeling the rate of wear between the two tyres will actually be pretty similar between the mediums and the softs, even though Kazi's on the harder tyre, because the Lambo really does push tyres where the Alpha really doesn't. You see Travis managing to hold on to first place there, Racer following behind him, Mikey in third. So we see a big group of cars here. Sean managing to lose out a couple of positions here, but he's on the mediums. Gard moves to the inside. Will he be able to take him on the inside of the chicane? Just managed to get round. Sean stays off the racing line there, managing to go a bit deep in the chicane there, losing a few positions there as Gard goes into fourth. Ooh, contact between Supreme and Kazi. Unfortunately, Supreme going off there. Another incident involved with Kazi there. Not quite sure what happened. Looked like maybe a little bit of a bum from Kazi there. I wonder if that's going to affect anything. So we see the two McLarens battling in front of Kazi here. Gard, Marmite and Kazi all on the medium tyres here, so it's all fair game so far. Great shot going through that corner there. See if Hippie trying to make a move on Sean there. Is Rocket Man goes to the inside. Ooh, bit of contact between the Hippie and JD there. Unfortunately, I think that was just the result of that pass there. Rocket Man making a bit of a late move on Hippie there. As JD moves to the inside of Hippie. Hippie may have the grip to stick around the outside. Still has the inside line in the next corner, has the power. Looks like JD is going to move ahead though in the straight line of that TT. Alpha has no chance. Will Seal move to the inside of Hippie as well? He does. Unfortunately, Hippie really losing a few places here in this race so far. But as we all know, Hippie, mighty mentor himself, always plays the long game, so never ever count him out. Now, as we move a bit further back up the field here, Sean still sitting in 7th as we see Kazi moving into 5th place. Battling with Gard and Marmite. Using the power of that Hurricane as an advantage, but he is eating through these medium tyres right now. So look to see if Kazi moves down to the inside. He does. Oh, it was a bit of a late move there by Kazi. Don't know if he could really have made that one. Should really backed out of that one there. As you see, Marmite looks like he could capitalise on this. The good run out of the corner. So we see a lot of these guys behind, and another big group behind. JD managing to move ahead of a few of the guys here. Rocket Man trying to challenge him. Great recovery by JD now, moving into 7th place. Will Rocket Man trying to make a move down the inside? No, he doesn't quite have the brakes. Ooh, as he slides a bit on this chicane there, luring himself back into the likes of Rob and Sean. Rob managing to move into 9th place now, trying to get back some positions. Making his way up the field on them medium tyres now. Say Hippie might have a run on Sean here. Will he manage to make it round? He doesn't quite. That M4 just having a bit more grunt in the straight line there compared to the Alpha. So see Kazi managing to get past Guard now. Will there be any challenge for him going in there? Marmite moves to the inside of Guard. Thinks better of it. Ooh, bit of contact between these two. Ooh, that was unfortunate. There was a bit of a pinball effect there. That's unfortunate for Kazi. I think Marmite just going it the tiniest bit too hot into that corner and then hitting Guard and then proceeding to hit Kazi as well. That's unfortunate for them. Kazi losing a bit of positions there. No fault of anybody's there really. That allows JD to move into 6th place. Very good stint from him. Managed to come from 11th on the grid to move into 6th place in that TT on the medium tyres as well. Excellent driving by him overall today. Great stuff. So see Marmite going to the inside of Gad now. Will he manage to be... He manages to get the braking zone just right. Manages to move ahead of Gad there. Great stuff. JD, Kazi managing to catch back up now. Managing to move it into the clutches of JD. Guard going at the inside of Marmite here. JD having a look up the inside as well. Will he manage to get the grip? Doesn't quite manage to get the power there. Opportunistic from JD there, but very good luck there. Showing great racecraft here today. See a lovely big group of cars here as the other guys look to be joining in as well. Marmite maybe taking a bit too much of the inside curve there. Yes, he does get a half-second penalty. JD moves to the inside there. Oh, bit of contact there. Bit of maybe a late move by JD there. Manages to just stick it ahead of Guard, but Guard, oh, bit of contact there again. Guard just managed to make it through. It allows Marmite back through. Keep it clean here, guys. Still a lot of time left during this race. See, Marmite manages to defend the inside. Rob gets a lovely run out of that corner. Oh no, and Rocket Man goes into the wall there. Unfortunate for Rocket Man, just getting his tyres a bit on the grass. Unfortunately going round in that Jag there. Unfortunate for him. So Rob now moves up in the 6th place, thundering through the field once again in that Audi. With his teammate in front of him. See Kazi in 8th place and Seal also managing to catch back up. Hippie tagging along the back of this path, just using that slipstream, saving that bit more fuel, saving that bit more tyres. He's still on the softs at the end of the day, and he's actually used a lot less than what you'd think. Ooh, bad move from Seal there, unfortunately coming together. Hippie goes through on the inside there, making the most of that incident. I think it's just a little too late on the brakes there. As JD actually moves down the field, I wonder if his tyres are starting to go a bit off now. As he moves down, loses a few positions there and moves down into 8th position. See, Rob moves into 5th, Marmite into 6th, Kazi into 7th. As JD goes to the inside there, very late on the brakes. Does he manage to hold it? Will he get the drive off that corner? Kazi with the 4-wheel drive. Ooh, bit of contact there again. On these two. Aggressive driving from these guys today. Ooh, it's a bit... It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. These guys look like they really are going aggressive here in this first race. A lot of aggressive moves that probably could go... that don't need to be done. It is a long race at the end of the day. But you can see how much time they've lost to the group in front. Gard, Rob and Marmite all having a lot more time there. So you see Rob moving to the inside of Gard. Great move from him. Clean pass. Smooth as you like from Rob, as usual. But you can see how much time all of these guys have lost in the battles compared to these guys up front. Mikey in 1st place, followed by Travis and Racer. They've managed to skulk away from the rest of the field now. with Mikey and Racer being on the soft tyres and Travis being on the mediums crucially, which also puts him at a bigger advantage, making his second stint means he puts him on the soft set and also saving that a lot more fuel than some of the drivers around him. Let's see if anybody can mount a challenge into the chicane here. Hard on the brakes. And Kazi making it round cleanly. Kazi getting a bit more of a run. Is that a dive into the pits there? Yes, Kazi's in the pits now. Now the first stop of the day, and it comes from Kazi. He's going to go onto a soft set of tyres there. He probably will need to put in some fuel, but crucially this means he has completely open air on a fresh set of softs, which means he can really put the hammer down and hopefully get that bit more of an undercut. But he decides to put no fuel in. He might have a bit more fuel than he realised, but he really does need to put that hammer down now. Let's have a look in front. Seal going down the inside of JD. I think them medium tyres really starting to show their wear now, as there looks to be almost zero grip from that TT now. So we see Hippie looks like he wants to go through on. Can he manage to make it stick on the outside there? He does, and the inside of the next corner, clean as you like. Very good move by Hippie there. The medium tyres of that Audi really starting to show their wear now. So we see Marmite still trying to find a way past Gad. Unfortunately not being able to do so, but these guys right now, Marmite actually doing a very good job of conserving both his tyres and fuel at the moment. Doing a very good job of that, meaning that he can push it that bit further and also make the soft tyres work a bit better for him later in the race. Rob moving up with a second gap there, chasing down these leaders. As we see Racer going up the inside of Travis there on that corner. Will he have the brakes into the chicane? Oh, Racer goes a bit wide there. He probably will get a penalty for that. Travis moves around the outside of the chicane there. Good move for Travis, forcing Racer to make that mistake and then slipping that position back through on him. Good job there by Travis. As we see both of the McLarens moving into the pit now, both Gad and Marmite. Marmite managing to save that little bit more fuel now. So see Rob moves into fourth, Seal into fifth, Hippie into sixth, JD into seventh, still not coming into the pits now. I have a feeling the strategy for JD may have been a bit too overused in hindsight. I think a two-stop would have worked for that TT a lot nicer. Would have lost some time in the pits, but I think that he would have gained more time during the race because of it. Now let's have a look. As Hippie does start to pull a big gap ahead, you can see how much time JD is losing to all of these guys now. As we see Kazi comes through the picture in the background there as well. A two-stop might have worked out better for JD in this scenario, as he has lost a load of time on this first couple sectors alone. He will make it back up during the straight, and he also crucially seems to have saved a bit more fuel as well, which may come in crucial at the end of this race. Kazi on a fresh set of softs. Be interesting to see if he actually manages to make it to the end now, because I don't think he will have enough fuel. As he sets a purple sector, he's quicker by two tenths on this lap here compared to the fastest lap that was set by Mikey. So we see Sean's in the pits now. Marmite actually managing to jump Gad coming out the pits, and he's got a big lead on him now. But both these guys are on the soft set of tyres, so hopefully they can make up a lot more ground on this stint and be able to challenge them later in the race. So we see Travis and Racer coming into the pits now. Travis managing to save a lot more fuel than Racer here. So you can imagine that Travis will definitely come out ahead of Racer in this set of pit stops. JD with a load of fuel he might actually not need to pit for fuel. A great job by JD saving that much fuel there. Rocketman also comes into the pit, saving a bit more fuel than most of the others here. Good stop by him. Let's have a look to see where they all come out on the track. Racer, Travis comes out well in front, saving that bit more fuel. Racer needing to put more fuel in, comes in. JD manages to come out alongside Marmite now. Both these guys are on the soft tyres, so it is all to play for between these two. JD managing to make up some positions there by saving that much fuel. But you have to wonder if he had a fresh set of how them tyres are going to react later in the race. He needs to make them work now and avoid the time gap later in the race. So we have Travis and Kazi right now. Travis just coming out for his pit stop. Kazi on the on a slightly more worn set of softs. Travis moves to the inside. Hopefully these two can keep it clean, both them green machines. Very close coming through these high speed corners now. But you can see how much time Kazi has managed to make up on this pit stop here, as he's completely level with Travis now, although he does have much less fuel and a lot less tyres to play with now, so more than likely Kazi will most definitely have to pit in again in order to complete this race. I imagine most of these guys who haven't pitted already will probably need to pit soon, but look at Mikey up in front now. Very good stint from him, 11 seconds ahead of his closest competitor, which is Rob. Very good stint from him, managing to save that bit more fuel, and he's on the soft tyres as well, managing to make them work very well. Almost no wear, for considering he's done eight and a bit laps now. Very good management from Mikey there, and managing to still gain time on Rob behind him, who's on the worn set of medium tyres. Same as Seal and same as Hippie now, as he goes a bit wide. Kazi goes through on the inside there. Does Hippie clearly doesn't have the grip left in that Alpha to match the two sets of fresh soft tyres, or fresher soft tyres I should say, on Kazi and Travis there. Let's look a bit further down the field. JD challenging Marmite now. Does he have a better run coming out there on a fresh set of soft tyres? They're both on fresh sets of softs, both setting purple sectors one after the other. This may allow Gad and Racer to catch a bit back up here. Travis going a bit wide and unfortunately picking up a half a second penalty. It's not going to help this chase of Kazi now. These two are battling for position, but Kazi is most definitely going to need to pit. Either this lap or the next. He does definitely not have the fuel to make the end of this race, which will put him very far behind the rest of the field. As Hippie comes into the pits now. Rob comes to the pits first, followed by Seal and Hippie. Hippie managing to save the most fuel out of these three, so he actually might come out right beside these guys. Although he will be on the harder set of tyres. Let's see where these guys come out. Here they come out the pits now. Seal still staying ahead of Hippie, but Hippie is right behind him there. Let's have a look into the first corner. Seal just managing... Oh, he gets his lights his rear tyres up a bit there. Hippie moving through on the inside of the pits. Looks like he might just manage to take that position back from Seal on a cool looking set of tyres of mediums there. Guard on a fresh set of softs, looking to capitalise on this. Oh, unfortunately, Gad picking up a half-second penalty there. Not quite sure what that was for. Must have taken a bit too much of that inside right-hand corner there. It's unfortunate for him as he can't quite capitalise on this now. So have a look back in front. Rob actually managing to come out ahead of JD, which means he will be flying at the latter half of this race. But these two, both Rob and JD, having a stellar opening weekend here. The Audis at their home track in Germany, really showing their own right now. As we see Mikey finally coming into the pits now. Will Kazi come in as well? Yes, Kazi follows him in. And so does Travis here. Interesting, Travis also goes into the pits. Might opt for a fresh set of soft tyres here. Where will this put Rob then? Because Rob comes across there, Mikey comes out ahead of him. Let's have a look at the gap between them. Mikey still with an extraordinary lead on these guys here. Let's have a look as Travis comes out the pits now. Rob and JD moving up into second and third. Marmite in fourth. Travis coming back out in fifth. Not sure if that was a wise decision from Travis there, opting for a fresh set of soft tyres. That puts his advantage right back into where they belong. He now has to battle through the field in order to get that third place. I'm not sure if that was the right call there from Travis, but let's have a look and see how it plays out. Kazi going in, moving into sixth place there after that pit stop. Good recovery drive from him yet again, moving through the field. But again, that extra stop has cost him a lot of time there, so let's see how much time he can gain on the rest of the field now. So we have a big group behind us. Racer, Seal and Hippie all on the medium tyres. As Seal looks like he wants to have a move down the inside. Racer going a bit wide now. Will he have the exit speed? Ooh, bit of contact there coming out the corner. Seal just managed to move ahead of Racer there. There's a tiny bit of contact there. Ooh, Racer not quite having the grip in that McLaren. Oh, and unfortunately picks up a half-second penalty. Penalty system yet again in this game showing its ugly head. As that is very unfortunate for Racer. And that allows Gard to move ahead of him as well. Let's see if he can make these soft tyres work. He is on old set of soft tyres. But can he make them work against both Seal and Hippie? But Seal has managed to open up a 1.5 second lead here. Great job by Seal to open out that much of a gap in a short space of time. Oh, as we see here, battle between Marmite, JD and Travis here. Travis managed to make up that a lot more time now. JD on a increasingly worn set of soft tyres here. Will he manage to hold off these two on their fresher sets of tyres? JD going wide at the first hairpin. Marmite goes through. JD fighting off Travis there. Travis with the better grip. Will he manage to stick it around the outside? No. JD goes to the inside, covers it off well. Good defensive move to cover off Travis there. Travis has the much better run on them soft tyres though, but he really doesn't try and dispatch JD as quickly as possible to get onto the back of Marmite again. Again, this battling also leads Kazi back into it, but he has a 1 second penalty, so it's not going to be easy to catch up to these two with 3 laps remaining. So it's like the battles to watch at the moment. Travis chasing down JD, right on his back bumper there. Let's see if these two can put any pressure on Marmite. JD looks like he's struggling a bit on them soft tyres now. Travis moving up to the inside. Will he have the better brakes? Superior grip and superior grips from that Mercedes there. moving straight round JD there and gaining time in the process. Good move by Travis there. Hopefully he can hunt down Marmite now and take back his podium position. Right now the gap is closed considerably between Mikey and Rob. Rob really eating into that time now at a 2:02.8, his fastest lap. So that's 2:03.1 compared to, I think Mikey might have made a mistake there. He may have made a mistake, but let's see if these two can actually fight it out, because Rob is flying right now. So Marmite goes a bit defensive there, holding off Travis for the meantime. Both of them getting a good run out of that corner. Marmite still holding that inside line. JD falling a bit behind now because of them one set of tyres, but Kelly still with that 1 second penalty. Let's have a look a bit further down the field. Gad not managing to make up any time. Then the set of softs are really worn there. I don't know if he'll be able to make up any time on these guys on a lot fresher set of medium tyres here. Both Seal and Hippie managing to draw out the distance between these guys here. Kazi managing to burn off a little bit more of that penalty as he tries to close the gap on JD once again. He's still managed to gain a bit of time to JD, whose tyres are starting to show their wear. And as well, that fuel gauge is looking awfully low for JD, so he might actually have to save a bit more fuel than normal today. Let's see how that goes from Kazi. Looks very racy now as he wants to really try, but he decides to burn that penalty instead. Probably a wise decision by Kazi there, burning off that penalty so then he can really try to fight JD on this final lap here. Good decision by Kazi, I think. So see Travis still trying to look for a way past Marmite here, both of them hopping over the chicane there. Marmite doing a very good defensive job here. Again, Travis with the better grip, but Marmite with the better time management here. It actually looks pretty even between these two. Travis with the slight grip advantage, but not that much. As you see Travis moving over very late move by them. Very late move by Travis. He was all over the place in the braking zone. Moves to the inside, moves to the outside, and then moves to the inside again. Marmite has the inside line at the next corner. Good on the brakes there. Travis trying to slip it up the inside there, trying the undercut, moving at the inside there, going very wide to have a better exit. Does he manage to hold on here? Travis really trying everything, but a great defensive display by Marmite here. Really making that car as wide as possible to keep Travis behind him here. But he is doing a very good job of doing it as Kazi moves ahead of JD. JD not wanting to give that up though, but I don't think he quite has the tyre grip to challenge Kazi anymore. So see, still Marmite on the inside, still defending off Travis now. Travis really wanting to get past here, but great defensive driving by Marmite, not allowing him to do so. So we also see, coming up to the line, the battle for the lead on the final lap. Rob goes through on the inside with a better grip, managing to actually catch Mikey and overtake him coming into that last chicane there. Let's have a look behind as well. Just at this battle, looks like Travis doesn't quite have the legs on at the moment. Very close between these two right now. Marmite still going defensive. Oh, Travis managing to go through in the final corner there. It was a good move there by Travis to get that podium position in the end. Cut it close. Kazi also right behind them at the end. Good move from that. It's unfortunate didn't manage to catch that, but Rob did manage to catch Mikey in the end there and overtake into that final chicane. the power of the TT really showing its head once again. Travis, you saw that move in the final corner, managing to get a better run out of the chicane there and overtaking Marmite at the end. Good show by them too. Kazi, good, great race by him once again. Good recovery drive. The strategy may not have worked out quite in his favour today. Same with JD that was behind him, but he still ran a great race from, I believe, 11th on the grid after the first race, but still coming home in 6th. Great job by him. Seal in 7th, Hippie in 8th, Gad in 9th, Racer, I believe, in 10th. Let's have a look at the rest of the grid. As you see, Rob taking home another victory there. Clean race again from him, fastest lap. What a surprise from Rob yet again. See the final grid positions there, very close between Rob and Mikey at the end there. Under half a second between them all. Travis again under half a second between him and Marmite to take that last podium position. Good recovery drive there, good race from Travis despite the sprint race incidents, as well as Mikey. They're managing to come back in the feature race and bring home a big smattering of points for them too there. Marmite, great race, good defending there. So unfortunately didn't manage to hold off from Travis at the end there, but takes a very, very solid 4th place in that McLaren. Kazi, again, good recovery drive there as well. Again, strategy not quite working out from this time. That 2-stop really did hinder him from challenging the top spots. JD, same again. You always wonder if that 2-stop might have worked better for JD and might have kept him a bit more in competition with the guys in front. Seal, solid race from him, managing to move up, starting on that set of soft tyres, I believe, going on in the mediums, not quite managing to make them work today. Hippie, unfortunately not the best race weekend for him today. It's unfortunate, but the non-existent power of that Alpha there really not helping him. Gad and Racer, both in the McLarens, very close between them two at the end, almost a second difference between them. Rocket Man coming home in 11th, Supreme coming home in 12th, and Sean, again, I think he had to step out for a moment in that race as he came in last place there. But great racing by all you guys today, and what I will do is I'll say thank you quickly, and then before jumping in the party, I will load up the race from the sprint race. What I'll do is I will load up the replay from the sprint race, and then I will hop in the party after looking at that. Will take a bit of a little bit, but I've saved the replay of both them races, so let's have a quick look at that first race incident. So I didn't quite see what happened. I believe Travis posted a message in the chat saying that it might have been his error. But let's have a quick look here. Hopefully it won't take too long to load. Oh, no, there it is. But no, it was a great racing by all you guys there. Very good racing by all of you guys there today. Fun, aggressive driving. It's what we like to see in GR4s. Hopefully there's not too many incidents to look after this race. But we shall see. So this is the sprint race replay we'll be looking at. So let's have a bit of a onboard look from some of these guys a bit further down. So let's have a look here. So let's have a look at the start from Rob and JD. Very good start from Seal there, as he did manage to try and challenge Kazi into the first corner there. Sailing ahead of there. Braking into the first corner. Don't know if there was anything that went on behind. Let's rewind this a bit again. Let's have it from right in the back of the grid. Guard, who made a very good start. So I believe he managed to get into 6th there from the start of this race. So you can see a bit of weaving up front. Let's have a look and see if there was any contact or anything. I think Rocket Man just went a bit wide there. A bit squirrely on the braking line there. But no, very clean through that first hairpin. It was very clean through that first hairpin and no major incidents as of yet. Don't get penalties around here really, so like especially in the last chicane and that right-hander there. Very good moves by Guard here to move up the field though. Let's have a look a bit further up in front so you can see any action that happens here. You can see Travis, Rob and Kazi up at the front there, battling away. Let's have a look to see what happened here. Right, let's you can see Kazi and Travis. I believe it was the second lap that happened, not the first. Both moving over the racing line there. Oh, okay. Travis came across there. Oh, sent Kazi the both on the brakes there, and then Travis comes straight back across there. Right, let's rewind that again. So let's have a look from Kazi's perspective here. Right, so let's have a look here. Kazi had that slightly better run out of that corner there. It doesn't look like there was any major contact there, but Travis losing it comes straight back onto the track. Kazi almost trying to lose it there, but obviously gets reset after that. Unfortunate. Let's have a look from Travis's perspective. So is there any increase in speed here? You can see there was a slight increase in acceleration, but it doesn't look like... No, there's definitely not enough acceleration there for the state to happen. I'm not surprised, Rob, that it all went down in front of you. Yeah, I think that was just unfortunate. I think Travis just going a bit wide there and unfortunately not managing to quite get control of the car. Not sure what happened to Mikey here. Oh, that was unfortunate. I think it was the Hippie slowed down into, I think, what was it? It was Hippie that was slowed. Ah, so he was burning a penalty. Fair enough. Right, so Hippie was burning a penalty into the before the entrance of stupid penalty system not. So he was waiting. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. And that was just unfortunate for Mikey. I think it ended up being 3 wide going through there, so that's unfortunate for Mikey. So I think Racer outbraked himself slightly, but no, that's just a racing incident. That's unfortunate for them guys there. No, I think that's the only thing we need to look at there. Unfortunate, but all 3 of them guys managed to recover for this feature race, so I think it's all good there. Right, sorry for the blue screen, but let's hop into the chat. And let's, if it's still open, and let's get some drivers' perspectives on this all. Let's have a look. See if anybody's in here. Hey guys.
Oh, hey, Matt.
G'day.
Oh, how you doing?
Oh, yeah. Could be better. Can I have a new front driving line put into the merch? I wouldn't mind being able to turn left and right more.
Fair enough.
Nah, I had to put more fuel in. My second. That's
Yeah. I say it looked like
stuff.
there was a little bit of it, maybe a bit of an underfuel there, but it's unfortunate.
I underfueled because I know my tyres can only go 4 laps before they
Yeah,
fall off the cliff.
fair enough. Who else was in?
So
Was
I
there
had it
anybody
all.
else in the chat before I joined? Or
There
everyone
was
was in them.
the lobby, but then they all fucked off.
alright, fair enough. Didn't want to
Being
speak to us
nice.
then, I guess.
Yeah, no. You got Team Nah Yeah here, but yeah, that's about it, and then Marmite.
Yep, in the moment as well. Good feature race by you guys though. I say you finished in having a good battle with Marmite at the end there.
Yeah, I fucking undercut a lot in the pits.
I was gonna say, yeah, it was you and Gad came into the pits at the same time. You managed to make it work a lot more though, because I
Yeah.
think you had much better tyres than most of the guys around you. To be fair, Marmite.
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh, apart from yours at the end, Trav, because
apart from mine.
I knew yours were much better because you came out the pits and I was already out for fucking like 3 laps.
Yeah, but no, that was to be fair though. It was a great watching you two battles. Great at the end. Like you had some great defensive driving there, Marmite. It was unfortunate that I think Travis just managed to get a bit more
Grip on that last
grip on
corner.
that chicane, yeah, and then managed to move to the inside. It's unfortunate. Great race by both of you though.
Yeah,
Marmite
that's
technically
beautiful.
should have covered it.
Let's drive. Is there any
Yes.
best spots in our squad?
Yeah, there might be one, if Mash wants to join in as well.
Yeah, just give us a second. I'll end the stream in a second and maybe hop in, but just give us 1 second. But I think with that, good show by the guys today. Good first round. Let's have a quick check to see what is the next track.
Suzuka.
Suzuka next, is it?
Yeah,
Right.
Suzuka next.
Cool. That's definitely gonna be one for strategy. It's Suzuka because it strategy and consistency. But yeah, with that, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. There's a bunch of people in the chat throughout, so thank you for listening to me ramble on for however long it's been. And yeah, I will catch you next week for the next round, for round 2 at Suzuka. So with that, catch you later guys.